Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you're watching. Thank you for joining Tom and I on the Tuesday Tirade Entertainment Talk. I see we already have some folks in the audience, and Tom is showing off those massive muscles that he's earned by sitting at a desk for over a year. How's it going, Tom?
Well, actually, I got to thank Perry Chan for these muscles,
Oh,
All
Perry
you really
Chan.
need. You don't need to exercise. You don't need to eat good. You just need a Perry Chan.
Huh? Okay, well, I will have to hit up Perry Chan so that I can get swole just like you.
That's right.
That's right.
That's
How you
right.
doing, Tom? I haven't seen you for at least half a day. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm alive.
All right.
I'm still mourning my television loss.
Man.
Other than that, I found my original. I wouldn't call it the receipt, but it was the original. The purchase in my history of my bank account.
Oh, good.
Good, except for I'm pretty sure I didn't get the warranty. So by the amount of the thing, I'm like, shit.
It's just a glass replacement, right?
No, it's pretty fucked.
Tom, why did you break your thing? Don't break your thing.
I know. Well, then now I'm afraid I don't have any money to spend on a new one anyway right now. So that's where I'm at. But anyway, there's plenty of people here to say hello to, it looks like.
Absolutely. Let's get to everybody and say hi, and then we can get started on just how things go about becoming the way that they are with bad shows, bad pilots, et cetera, et cetera. So first and foremost, we say hi to Jedi 6. How's it going? Thank you for your compliment on the 6-minute daily. I love doing those. I'm getting better at them. I'm starting to get the number pretty close to 6 minutes, so that's a lot of fun. All in all, it ends up being 7 minutes and 20 seconds or 7 minutes and 22 seconds because of the intro, the countdown, and the outro, all that. But for the most part, the content's about 6 minutes long, and I'm glad that so many people are finding it now. So thank you very much. Willie Woodward, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. We have Darius Munchausen, who sends us a super sticker. This is a fun one. This one was cool. It's a hippo. Looks like getting all muscly hippo. Like that, kind of like you right now, Tom. Very swole.
I'm a mostly hippo.
That's right. Yeah, Darius had to go outside and shovel snow. Doesn't sound like a party. And no, usually it takes me forever to shovel snow. When I go up north and I have to clear the driveway at the cabin, it's like a whole day. So it's like takes forever. So, Tom, don't you just like stay indoors for like weeks at a time because you don't want to shovel?
Oh, I wish. If that was the case, I wish. Okay. No, I have responsibilities, when you don't own a property, even if you do, I'm sure you know this, you still have to deal with the snow.
No, I know. Yeah, when you own a few, you have
even if you're the renter, you still have to do it.
You have to do it. Yeah, it sucks. It really does. It really, really does. Well, Michael T from High Desert Comics is here. Good to see you. This is a comic book creator, guys. So if you would like and you're into independent comics, there's an independent comic creator for you. So how's it going? Good to see you. Aluvrian Imakara busting right in with the subject matter says, good morning. Bad pilots come from an industry that gatekeeps talented writers from being involved. I can't disagree with that at all. In fact, that's just one of the many problems with the way that we are creating shows and products and things like that for each and every network out there in film and video game and everything else. It's the strange kind of gatekeeping. So, but we'll get
this is also the age of the IP.
It truly is.
Yeah, like if you have an IP and it can be exploited, now's the time they will try, because all these streaming services need one thing, and that is content.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's the name of the game right now, especially for these big companies. And all of these big companies invested heavily in content. Think about the fact that basically the legacy for Bob Iger is IP accumulation. That's it. He didn't really do anything new.
Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, he didn't. Yeah, you're right. I mean, outside of the Pirates of the Caribbean, even that.
It was already underway. That was already a Bruckheimer deal, I think, before he even came on.
Yeah, but I was just, even though I was just still going to chalk it up to being, it was already one of their own properties. So, no, yeah, that's Iger. We can't take away the things that he did do, right?
No.
He did manage to bring Pixar back under the Disney roof, which was a big deal. Because Eisner, for as much praise as he gets, there was a lot of snafus he made too. Mm-hmm. And I'll argue with a lot of people that a lot of the stuff that he takes credit for was other people's work. Because it's really clear if you look at
he lost. He was the Walt to Wells's version of Roy. I mean, that's what it takes with the Disney company for it to be successful.
Well, Katzenberg doesn't get nearly enough credit for the shit that he pulled off in that era. Because if it wasn't for Jeffrey Katzenberg, not him alone, but he brought stuff like Little Mermaid and all that kind of stuff to the table. And I mean, the shit that he did over at Paramount, it's pretty clear that he knew. I mean, if you look at what he did in his days over at Paramount, the guy, and then he went on to do DreamWorks and stuff. So, I mean, Katzenberg, I feel like, was really the talent of that duo.
He was a good creative manager. He did a good manager. Job.
Yeah, I mean, he's the one who brought in all the talent. He's the one who figured out, bringing back the Disney formula to the screen. And Eisner always gets credit for that. I will say that, and it's
they had a weird relationship anyway, those two. But like I said, I mean, when it just the way the Disney company's best run is with a creative mind and a financial mind. And those two tugging at each other, with usually the creative mind winning out, because that's how they make their bones with Disney. And you can't run the company with a bunch of money heads. I mean, Paul Pressler was part of the problem. When Eisner started to fall off of his pedestal, and then that continued on into when Iger started to take over. You cannot have too many money heads when it comes to creative businesses. I mean, take a look at this. And I agree with you. Katzenberg should get a lot of credit, but he's also one of the primary reasons that when he launched Quibi, it failed in less than a year.
Oh, I'm not saying that the guys lost it, but I mean, he was the one who kept Disney afloat. He was the reason why Touchstone Pictures took off.
And Hollywood.
He was the reason why Roger Rabbit happened, which saved the company. Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King. And then, Disney screwed him over. Well, I should say Eisner screwed him over. So what did he do? Went and took all his good ideas and said, fuck you, I'm making my own studio.
Yeah, SKG. Those are three heavy hitters that went in to form DreamWorks. But here's the thing. He still had a good enough relationship with Disney to screw an entire 3 or 4 generations of animators out of proper compensation.
Yeah, I can't speak to that part, but as far as Eisner being this magic genie that saved Disney is without certain pillars underneath him, I don't think he would have been able to do it. And I think that's one thing that Iger's missing is he really doesn't, outside of Feige, and he lost Lasseter.
Lasseter got fake Me Too'd. Yeah. So I don't even want to go into that one. That pisses me off. You can't even believe.
Yeah, but basically when the talent walked out the door with him.
A lot of talent is left. I mean, but that's happening in the gaming industry. It's happening across the board. And you're going to start to see, I mean, we can get into this in a couple of minutes, guys, but you're going to start to see that there will be an alternative Hollywood. I mean, and maybe that's what we need at this point, because too many things are getting folded in under the big, it's not, you can't even call them the big five anymore. How many real studios are left?
Just Disney, Warner,
Disney. Is
Sony.
Paramount's
considered a studio, yeah.
And then Sony,
Lionsgate,
right? Lionsgate's a small time player, like
yeah,
MG.
but Lionsgate was outgrossing Sony for a while there. Paramount.
That's true. But that was under a pretty decent leader at that point in time, who's now gone. See, this is the problem: is they get rid of the people that led them to success. I mean, technically, Iger's not in charge of anything at Disney other than the creative side of things. He's the creative CEO specifically for mostly Star Wars, and kind of riding a little bit of herd over some other stuff. But they've brought in more creative minds over there that I don't know what we can really expect from. Anyway, we need to continue saying hi to people. We're 11 minutes in, and I haven't said hey everybody. But hey, Keely Chow, good to see you, my friend. Jaffo, what's going on? Good to see you. Michelle Jolan is here. What's going on? Good to see you. And fondle the like button. It's lonely. Thank you, Aluvrion. I'm glad you were able to make it back there, Darius. That's awesome. And again, thank you for that super sticker, which I thank you for just a couple of moments ago. Diablo Dame says, hail culture, Tom and chat. Well, hail to you, Diablo Dame. I love the upgraded picture. Looks pretty good. I'm digging that. Oh my gosh, Runner got school off today. Well, I bet. It's been snowing everywhere and it's really cold and a lot of people without power. If you're one of those that had to suffer a rough night last evening, I am very, very sorry. To all my friends in Texas, if you have power currently, I'm glad you're here. I hope you are safe and warm. Alternative energy is great until the alternative doesn't work anymore. So I don't know what to say about that. Good afternoon to Accidental Tourist. It's good to see you. Keck 44 is here. What's going on, Keck? And one of my favorite people in the world, Machiny 90, is moderator for my channel and pretty much the entire Rogue Entertainment crew. It is good to see you. A great creator in his own right, and just a darn good guy. And if you have any needs to create any art for yourself, your channel, or you just want a fancy avatar, Machiny 90 can do a commission for you, and it's reasonably priced, and he does a great job. So I'm proud to have hired him for a few jobs and probably a few more in the near future. So thank you for that, Machiny. Lord Raw, good evening, gents. Hope you're both doing well. We are doing very well. Thank you for coming on over here, Lord Ra. I'm glad you're here. We've got a lot of folks rolling in the door. Roof Korean is here, and he wasn't at the Capitol either. I'm in Massachusetts, got used to miserable weather and miserable media for years now, but now I'm mad as heck and not going to take it anymore. That's a great line. I love that line. Where's that line from, Tom?
Which one?
I'm mad as heck, and I'm not going to take it anymore.
Oh, that's from my network.
It's right. That was one of the best. That guy loses it on. It's so great. You guys have to, if you haven't seen Network, it's so awesome. It really is. Wookiee Supremacy is here. What's going on? I haven't seen you in a little bit. Wook, I hope everything's good. I'm not sure what the deal is with people watching and reviewing bad TV shows, but I personally don't watch them, and that works pretty good for me. Well, let me tell you, I'm still suffering one more episode of Equalizer. I've now done 2. I think Matt Mardigan and I are going to do a review, and that's going over on his channel because I have people here that said they're not interested in watching that on my channel. So, all right, I listen to my my customers. I value their opinion. That's part of the job of any content creator. Whether you're a TV producer or movie studio, you should probably pay attention to the people who are your fans. But it's good to see you, Wook. I shoveled the front yard for my dog. Yeah. Yep. Hey, Commander Ed Straker from Shadow says, hello, Culture and Tom. Good to see you. Man, we've got a lot of people. Now I know how you were on Toxic Femme. My gosh, you guys were busy last night. Holy cow. What a great show. Those girls do such a good job. Still snowing hard, and I just watched the garbage truck come within inches of hitting my neighbor's car. Yikes. Did you guys see that tweet where the truck backed out of the driveway and then slid down the street sideways?
No, but I've seen shit like that in person.
It's crazy. I'm like, no, it doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
It's at Culture Casino's cup green screen blind. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this is fun. It is a green cup. It's very close to the background that I'm using. I'm working on making my mic boom disappear. I'm almost there. I've almost got it, so it's gone. I hate when stuff's in the way, man. It's just I'm weird like that. I'm like that's that OCD thing, I think. So, Hugh Photographer, what's going on? Kind of genre film we expect from Shapiro and the Daily Wire with Gina. That's a good question. You know what? Can you answer this real quick, Tom? What do you think we're going to get out of the Daily Wire? I mean, it's the producer's the Bone Tomahawk guy, right?
I'm assuming they'll probably find something. I wouldn't expect like some sci-fi type thing. It'll probably be like an action,
maybe like Haywire.
Maybe, yeah, something that's going to highlight Gina's, talents.
Reality, yeah.
She may play like a cop or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised. Like something like that. Like Die Hard,
maybe a bounty hunter. She'd be a great
something like that. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be anything like sci-fi oriented necessarily. It could be, but I'm expecting something that's probably more along the lines that will exploit her talents. So it'll be like, somewhere she can kick some ass and, be a hero.
She's awesome. I'm glad she landed on her feet. I cannot wait to see whatever comes out of Daily Wire. And again, this is that alternative Hollywood stuff I'm talking about. We're going to start seeing other places producing crap and distributing it in weird places, very weird places. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Terry Rose gives us a thumb up. Good to see you, Terry Rose. And I'm glad that the power is on. That's very good. Energy is treating us like Robin Hood. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. What's up, Snatch Face the Fool? What's up? Hail Culture, hail Tom, hail Chat, hail Snatch Face. What's going on? Network. Yeah, it was a great speech. Man, just absolutely bonkers. Jedi 6 says, Bat Tom. Bat Tom. Are you going to start doing an animated series, Bat Tom?
If I had the time. If I could find a couple of people who could animate stuff, it'd be so much easier.
No, that's let me point at one right now.
Yeah. But he's trying to do his own thing too, so.
Oh, I know. And I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. Guys, if you haven't seen Willie Woodward's promotion for Franco Noir, check it out. It's really, really cool. It's more oriented towards kids, but I think adults are going to enjoy it as well. It's a good story, and he's getting ready to promote the heck out of it very soon. Very excited to promote him promoting that. So, Jaffo, who'd have thought Network could have predicted 2021? Not me. Latino Slam. I'm never on Polly's channel anymore, CC. I'm not. You schedule stuff when I'm already doing other stuff, but I will definitely be there soon, my friend. I miss hanging out with you. I need to get you over. You're going to have to come back on a Sunday Culture Review. I got to get Tom on one of those too, but Tom's usually busy. Tom's the busiest person I know. It's insane. Yeah. Everybody loves Mandy, Snatch Face the Fool. Everybody. Like what? She's so great. I keep promoting her book. Have you noticed that? Everywhere. Just keep promoting the brand new comic she's got coming out. The women and toxic femininity are doing so well. Tom can even take brief naps in between subjects. That's true, Tom. Did you have a good nap between subject 1 and subject 2 last night? Couldn't believe the super chats were flowing last night.
Did okay. Not too bad. Like I said, I'm in morning still, so day by day.
There you go. Executive Producer Sol Leibowitz, good to see you. Glad you're here. Lord Thoth is here. Always fun to join you gentlemen on Tuesday. Well, thank you for being here, Lord Thoth. I appreciate you being here. One of the mod rodics for Gary. So cool to see you hanging out in the chat. El Pong Trace. Hi, Tom and Culture. Hail to you and welcome. That's right. Sip of water for the working man. That's a good thing to steal from Jeremy. If you can steal from Jeremy and honor him at the same time, it's probably okay. There's always a boom. Yeah. Oh, Zacharat is here. What's going on, Zacharat? Good to see you. Gina as a secret agent. Haywire was great. Yeah, I think Haywire was very good. I can see her as a secret agent. I see her as more believable than Queen Latifah. But hey, who knows? Whatever. Oh, here we go. El Punk Tracy. I finished watching WandaVision last night, and I enjoyed watching it. Awesome. I'm glad. I always tell people, like what you like, love what you love. I have taken a hiatus on anything Disney content related as far as reviews or observation at this point in time. I'm evaluating some conundrums that I feel like I'm underneath right now. So some ethical issues. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow at Culture. Nah, Gina's next female Spartacus. Oh my gosh. You know, somebody asked that question, I think last night on your stream, right? Whether Gina would be a good Xena? Was that on your show, Tom?
Might have been. It's been brought up a few places. Yeah, she'd be a good choice. I don't see why not.
You think you need to do that, or could you imagine Gina with red hair? She could do like Red Sonja, recreate that.
Yeah.
I think you could do that. I don't know who owns that. Is that on the public domain yet? You would know because it's
Sonya. No,
not still. All right.
No. As far as I know, though, if I remember right from our interview with Frederick Malberg, they've got pretty much, I think, all the rights back around. That might be one of the only one that's in question because I know they were doing some deal with Bryan Singer for a while there that never took off. And then I think they had another director attached to it, and I can't remember. But I don't know if that's going anywhere or not. But like when we talked to Frederick Malmberg, he was talking about how, you know, they will be bringing in other characters from the Howard verse or whatever you want to call it.
That would be just amazing, don't you think?
Well, yeah, and the thing is it's just pretty much like they can do whatever they want. Like they'll have like either a series and a movie and other things, and they can do all kinds of, you know, he was talking about how, you know, if a story only takes 30 minutes to tell, it's a 30-minute story. If its story takes 90 minutes to tell, it's a 90-minute story. So they're not going to confine themselves to one thing, and they're not going to be doing just live action. It's going to be live action and animation and all kinds of other stuff. So that sounds like it's going to be real, you know, the door is open for a lot of possibilities as long as it's successful. And the thing about Conan properties is, for better, for worse, what comes out of there is, you know, they regulate what happens. And that's why the comics are still pretty decent for Marvel and stuff like that, because they have to adhere to the standards or whatever you want to call it of Conan properties.
I love that. That makes me so happy. If more people were able to, you know, retain control of their product, that's a really, really good thing. Willie Woodward for a $5 super chat says, "I bet you and Tom, the flick will be an action sci-fi. You guys name the terms for me if you win." Okay, sounds good. I don't want to take that bet, my friend, because I think you're probably right. Definitely going to be action. Sci-fi is a broad genre right now. So I mean, and most things are being told in a sci-fi story. I don't know. Are there a lot of other there's not even a lot of other stuff out there as far as dark fantasy or anything else right now, is there, Tom?
Well, funny, we were just talking about Conan because I've been saying for a while, like Sword and Sandal or Sword and Sorcery, whatever you want to call it, it's probably due for a comeback.
That'd be great.
Huh?
I think that would be great.
Yeah, I mean, we've had, you know, kind of like the comic book thing for a while, and then Star Wars was big again for a while. Yeah, I think it's roughly about time for you know, that type of film to make a comeback. Is my I just have this gut feeling, you know, because these things always are cyclical. Eventually, they all come back around, and I think it's time's due.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, we haven't had a good film in a long time in that genre, so we might as well. I mean, you know, there have been a few, but gosh, hasn't it been like 20 years since we've had anything?
I mean, like the Clash of the Titans remake and sequel. That would, you know, There was a few in there they tried a while back. I just don't think the time was ready.
Outside of Lord of the Rings, I can't see.
And that was what, almost 20 some years ago now.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think it's about due to come back. We got the Lord of the Rings series on the way. Dune is kind of in that vein. With Game of Thrones being popular as it was, people might be ready to pick up on that genre again. I think zombies and vampires and stuff are on their way out for a while.
They're done. The vampire thing, I think, is way over, and the zombie thing's been dead for a while. I mean, and not only that, Walking Dead has been dead forever. I don't even know why. You know what? I don't even want to get started on that.
Well, Ethan's right, though. I think there is I think his theory about, vampires and zombies being cyclical in the horror genre, I would just simply add in possession, because then those are the three type of horror movies that kind of like outside of slasher films that are always there. It's either a zombie world, a vampire world, or a possession world, because like, what was it, 10 years ago, we had the exorcism of this person, the possession of that person. You had a dozen Exorcist ripoffs.
Yeah. Yeah. And here's the thing. If this is the truth and we have a bunch of this stuff in the works, I'm excited because I miss it. I mean, there's so much of that out there, I can't tell you how many of these books I've read that I can't believe aren't films. I mean, I've got bookcases full of this stuff, and I don't understand.
I think people are getting their fill of futuristic sci-fi for a while as well. I think it's things like cyberpunk and all that kind of crap
it's all everybody's taste on it. Yeah, it's all dystopian, and everybody's just bummed out about it. So Robert Rodriguez was involved with Red Sonja a few years ago with Rose McGowan. Did not know this.
Yeah, that was another one that didn't get off the ground.
Yeah. Iluvriana Makara says, can't help but feel bad for Queen Latifah. She moves like she needs a double knee replacement. No, absolutely.
Not sure why they picked her.
Well, here's the thing. She is really good at a lot of stuff. I mean, come on. I mean, you have to show her great respect. I mean, Dana Owens is a very talented and very brilliant person. How did she think this was going to work? It doesn't. You can't sell. It's not believable. Not only that, the heavy inducement of BLM stuff that shows up near the end of each of the episodes so far is just exhausting. So I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. But anyway, said hi to a lot of folks that have rolled in the door. Thank you all for showing up today. I appreciate it, including Mr. Cavatanio Che. Let's Brie Larson doesn't matter. Thank you, Keely Chow. Oh, you guys are great. Oh, yeah, dead naming Queen Latifah. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it is what it is. All right, well, let's get going. All right, so we're in the midst of pilot series order season. A lot of these things already had series orders, already were pilots, and are already in production. This year, Hollywood, on the TV side, greenlit a bunch of stuff without even doing pilots. I mean, a ton of it. Now, we're going to start to see that more and more, I think, because we're going to see more and more of that because of the streaming services. Like you said just a few minutes ago, they're starving to fill all of this streaming stuff with content. They own all these old catalogs, but they have a bunch of dead stuff programming that nobody's interested in watching and isn't going to sell a streaming service. So they've got to create some original content. Do you see it that same way, Tom, or am I off base at all?
No, you're not wrong. I mean, clearly anything that's old or within, out of the, whatever you want to call it, zeitgeist of popularity is just that. It's just filler. Sure, some people are going to pick up on some classics. You have your evergreens that people watch that, Netflix and whatnot makes sure they generally have on there. But no, we've hit a point in this thing where, and Andre and I have said it many a time, there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to wish you had gotten to see that you're going to miss out on that you never even knew about until way after the fact, because a lot of this stuff is just going to get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
we're going to get a lot of revivals and reboots and reiterations that nobody's ever going to watch because they're not good. And it's not because they may not enjoy them. It's just they're not going to know they exist. And not everybody has the money to have 12 different streaming services all at once. So it's just
well, and think about how many shows we lost just because they were on a bad platform. Like,
oh yeah. But luckily things get picked up like Cobra Kai, but that's the rarity.
Yeah. I mean, and that's one of the very few instances where something was rescued and saved and is going to have a much longer life. I mean, think about the fact that it took away a lot of thunder from Bridgerton and some other crap that was out at the same time. And you also have shows that were on Sci-Fi going back several years now. You have shows that were on Sci-Fi that were good that no audience got to see. I mean, the last time an audience gathered around the TV for a sci-fi sci-fi show was the reboot of Battlestar Galactica, which they're rebooting again. So, but there's a lot of that happening out there. And the streaming services are, as you say, just going to exacerbate it substantially. So I don't know. We're seeing more and more. We're seeing more and more of this stuff, and for fun, I brought up the Deadline website that I'm going to share right now. We can probably go through a few of these things because I know both Tom and I have some background on some of the stuff that I'm going to be showing you guys, and some of it's already in production, being made or is already a series. So, but Deadline always runs this. You can always find the guide to pilots and straight to series orders. It's called the Primetime Pilot Panic, and it's fun because a lot of these shows have already been announced in various forms, and you'll start to see casting announcements for shows as they ramp up into them actually, showing up on the network, even though they did all these castings forever ago. I mean, that happened with the lead into Walker, Texas Ranger and stuff like that. So just for fun, we'll start with the CW, my least favorite network on the planet. And as you can see, the Kung Fu thing that I've been talking about for a long time. This show is
nobody wants it.
Say again?
Nobody wants it.
No, you didn't want it. You didn't want it this way, and it's Kung Fu in name only, just like Walker is Walker in name only. None of it seems very good. And they can't even they only say in its own description that it was inspired by the ABC series, not that it has anything to do with it. That's the best you can hope for. So, of course, Berlanti Productions is involved in it, so it's going to not be the greatest. So there are going to be some terms in here people don't get, but the Lost Boys series has been rolled. That means that they aren't making it right now. It means they're not. It doesn't mean that they're not ever going to make it. It usually means it got pushed, and it got pushed because of the pandemic stuff. So they couldn't figure out a way to make it the way it is now. So just keep that in mind. Do you have any insight on this other than it was going to be marginal? Did you see a script on it, Tom?
No, I haven't seen the Lost Boys script. I'm not even interested in it from everything I've heard. I know that's one they've been trying to get off the ground for 2 years now.
Yeah. And this show, Maverick, got rolled. Let me read the description.
Now, is this a reboot of the old show, or is this something different?
No, this is different. It says, in present-day America that finds itself under authoritarian rule, the president's daughter, raised to believe her father is moral and benevolent, has her worldview rocked as her first day on her first day at Georgetown. Challenged by her fellow students and under the watchful eye of Secret Service agents, she'll have to decide if her loyalties lie with her family or with the growing resistance that she navigates her freshman year. I wonder why they rolled this one. How does that sound to you, Tom?
I really don't care.
It just hits really close to home.
Nothing I really care about.
Yeah, Painkiller got rolled, it didn't get rolled yet. I imagine that it probably will. This was a backdoor pilot from a spinoff from Black Lightning, which they actually just made the last season of. They canceled it after season 3.
Yeah.
So, just kind of and I don't care about Republic of Sarah. This thing looks like garbage. I don't even want to get started on it. Superman and Lois. This is the one I really wanted to talk about with you. Ordered straight to series, was kind of it had a backdoor lead in, is probably how I'll say, with the Crisis on Infinite Earths. I expect nothing out of this based on the Superman and its presentation in that particular show. I'm not sure. You probably didn't have an opportunity to catch it, but again, it's Berlanti. You have any expectations for this one, Tom?
Superman?
Yeah.
I've seen the pilot script and it looks like shit. The trailer didn't look as horrible as people were expecting, but I'm not holding out much hope.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, I'm a Superman fan, but I mean,
I don't know what to do with him.
I don't know who this. I don't really care for this guy who's playing him. I'm sure he's great, but just not my cup of tea. I don't know why they just didn't give it to Brandon Roth, but whatever.
Mm.
Oh yeah, we get another spinoff of Arrow.
No, we don't. This is funny. It got a backdoor pilot in Arrow from that Crisis on Infinite Earths timeline ish, and this is not getting made at all. It's been completely shelved. So done. It's not. It doesn't say that in the story, which is really funny. But they actually came forward. The studio came forward and said they're not making it. So the prequel, the 100 prequel. Backdoor pilot in 100. I don't think this is getting made either. Walker obviously went straight to series, and it's trash. So if you had the opportunity to see that, you know that already. Let's go back. Any network you want to focus on, Tom?
Not particularly.
All right. Well, just for fun, Wonder Girl was supposed to come out and destroy anything for Wonder Woman and associated stuff, and obviously give us a stunning, brave, and more diverse character. But they're not even bothering with it. So this thing has been canceled. It's another Berlanti jam that they're canceling.
I don't understand how this thing is still going, but whatever.
I don't know either, dude. I don't know how. Here's the thing. I do not know how. Explain to me. How is it that CW still exists as a network?
Your guess is as good as mine, man, because they don't get any. I mean, what Batwoman was getting 300,000 viewers? That ain't crap.
Not even that, dude. Do you know what the rating was for Sunday? Just to
I didn't see, but I can bet.
0.1.
Oh boy.
They drew. This is going to be revised down, like they always revise down with CW. Right now, it's at 503,000 viewers. I guarantee you that'll be in the 400s when they go to the final numbers, because they always, I don't know how they're doing it. They're always get the preliminary numbers that are really just too high, but it lost 0.1 of its audience again. So it went down from 0.2 to 0.1 in rating, and it's constantly sub 500,000 viewers. How are you selling advertisement on that channel?
I don't know. That's my question, is how could they afford this shit? I mean, yeah, they've got some lucrative deals with Netflix and some other things. Like I know CW had a deal there for a while. Like Netflix was getting exclusive deals with the newer episodes and stuff like that. And I'm sure that, pays for some of it. But I mean, that's the thing, is these they must be that cheap to produce.
But they can't be. You think about all the crews you're employing and everything else, and with Berlanti giving oversight of the show running duties to the primary writers on set, you end up with accidents happening, like the stuff that happened with on the Batwoman season 1 set, where you had 2 terrible injuries. One of them, rendering a young woman paralyzed. Yeah.
That's also signs of cost cutting and not enough oversight on certain things.
Yeah. All right. Well, real quick, we'll get to some of the chats and we'll move on. I want to talk about some of the stuff on Amazon, because you might know some of the things I don't know that are moving forward too. Let's see. Jedi 6, it's impossible to have a life and to keep up on all the new shows, even if one does subscribe to a lot of streaming services. Jedi 6, you were not wrong, and that's exactly what Tom was saying. I don't have time to watch all this stuff. I mean, I read summaries and all kinds of stuff. I mean, I'm constantly reading. That's one of the things that I'm doing while I'm doing everything else and doing my real job and all the other things. I don't know, Tom. I don't know. I don't even know how you keep up with it, let alone,
Oh, I don't keep up with any new shows. I hardly get a chance to watch anything. Like, to answer Jedi 6's question above, yeah, I do like a few things, but I don't get to watch much of what I like. Cobra Kai is one of the few things I get to enjoy. I was enjoying WandaVision, but then this whole Gina thing really soured my. Right now, anything with Disney.
I know, dude. That's why I haven't seen WandaVision since. I don't think I'll finish it.
Well, what I heard about the last episode, I just kind of fell out of care. So,
yeah. Michael T says the only current sci-fi worth watching is Resident Evil or Resident Alien. Excuse me. Yeah, I've heard that. I haven't had a chance to even check it out, but I have a list of stuff right now going that I need to just take a look at. But I wanted to see the first 3 episodes of The Equalizer. I think Mad Mardigan and I are recording our review on it today at some point. I've got a lot going on today, so maybe it'll get pushed to tomorrow, but I think he's going to release it on his channel sometime tomorrow. So I can tell you my initial thoughts are it didn't get better. So there you are. The Equalizer with Queen Latifah. We were just talking about.
Did their ratings take a major nosedive on top of it?
Yeah, well, but Tom, of course they were.
Yeah, I mean, we knew they would.
Yeah, well, you have to. I mean, you drop by 2/3 because you don't have a lead-in. Their lead-in was the Super Bowl last week. So it's not, I knew it was going to take a ratings hit. It still did okay, but it didn't have a lot of competition with scripted programming because everybody's crap right now is freaking game shows or freaking reality garbage. I mean, especially on Sundays. Sundays is just trash for television. Darius, thank you for your opinion. I appreciate that you enjoyed those videos. CW and ratings, yeah. See, I don't know how they exist. I really don't. The Lost Boys. Like you said, it got rolled, so they couldn't make it the way they want to. But that doesn't mean it won't get made. See, here's the issue. You need to have those package deals in order to bring in those numbers, and that's what's keeping Hulu and ESPN afloat. No, you're 100% right. Actually, ESPN Plus is part of a bundle with Hulu and Disney Plus. Their most attractive bundle to consumers is the 3 package deal because it's only like a $4 difference to get two other channels, streaming channels. But they aren't going to be profitable that way. And that's one of the reasons why you won't see profitability until 2023, 2024 on any of the Disney streaming. They aren't going to be able to find profitability. And yet they're going to spend $14 billion producing content for Disney Plus alone. Disney Plus alone, not Hulu. Disney Plus alone.
Well, and they even gave away the magic number they have to be profitable. So
they did.
That's 200 to 250 million subscribers, which is a tall order because, I mean, Netflix has been around for a long time and they only barely have 200 million.
Well, and you're starting to see a decline in their subscribers, which is why during the quarterly conference call that just happened, the Q1 call last Thursday, they stated that they are not going to be giving updates except for milestones for their subscription service. That sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, we'll see.
As far as the package deal thing, yeah, I mean, that's like I've already noticed that Amazon's kind of becoming a la carte place to get a lot of these already. So,
yeah. Mike Zero predicts an old property will be rebooted this year. Mike's right. Yeah, it's a different show, guys. The Maverick thing, it's a totally different concept. So it's just named Maverick. It's not a reboot of that original television property. Painkiller could have been great, but I don't even want to get there. I have no expectations for it. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that's exactly what my point, Joshua Gonzalez. They are not going to make that show right now. That's why I got rolled. So, never thought I would hear of TV shows that would make the final season of Lost look good. Pretty much everything that the CW is doing. Yes. Oh, this is a good question, Jedi 6. Tom, do you like anything other than Cobra Kai?
Well, that's what I was answering earlier. Is like, yeah, I love all kinds of stuff, but unfortunately, with what we get stuck watching nowadays, not so much. But I mean, I love Ninja Turtles. Obviously, I love Gremlins. I love Jaws. I love Ghostbusters. I love documentaries. I love stuff about movies. I love movies in general. I mean,
did you see that the Beatles doc? From
not yet.
Months back. Okay, all right. I won't say anything.
Oh, is the Peter Jackson one? Is it out already?
No. I don't know. Let me double check. But I don't think it's that one. No, I saw one recently. I can't even remember the name of it, but it was going back a ways. I think it was on HBO. Yeah, let me double check.
I know Peter Jackson was producing one.
Yeah,
but
no, I saw one recently. Well, I guess it's going back a few months now. But
DJ Scandalous, I shared the Gremlins commercial. I actually got an early clip of it that I showed the day before on our morning show. That showed part of
that restored one, the restored clip.
No, the Gremlins commercial for Mountain Dew. Have you seen that yet?
No.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, it's cute as hell. I got a little leaked clip like the day before it came out.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah. I gotta see it. Is it with Stripe or who?
No. It's Gizmo and Billy. And they're sitting on the couch, and it's to promote the sugar-free Mountain Dew.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to grab it. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
You could probably show it. I don't know if they claim it. I don't think they claimed it on mine last night. Let me look. Or no, I didn't show it last night. I showed it the day before. That was on the main channel. Yeah, I don't want to get you in trouble. Yeah. It's only like 30 seconds or whatever.
Oh, let's take a look at it if it's up there.
It's out.
Who's got it? Where's it at? Nvidia's thing.
Here.
You have it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you want me to share it, I will.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so I don't know if you'll get a claim for it or not, but
it's a claim. I don't care. I don't monetize these anymore. I mean, I don't even try to monetize my live streams anymore.
Well, if you get a few super chats, you're covered.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Did I share the audio?
I don't know.
Yep, looks like it. All
right.
Make sure it's.
Want to try some of my Mountain Dew Zero Sugar? Try. It is tasty. And just as good as the original, but without any sugar. Be careful.
He's not careful.
What?
Hey, Dad, Mom wants...
I love that. That is so great.
Yeah, that was adorable. Oh, I hope they do a few more of them because I'd love to see some Gremlins charged with Mountain Dew.
Thank you for that. I love that. That is
cute.
Brilliant.
There's some good Easter eggs in there too in the background for Gremlins fans.
It was great. I'm like, there's more Gremlins. He's like, be careful.
Yeah, be careful. Just be careful. It sounds like Howie too.
He does. It's perfect. The voice is
it's Howie. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he did it originally. Howie Mandel.
I know. I love that. It's so good.
But, here in the background here, it's really hard to see, but there's the poster. That's the picture that Billy was drawing at the bar that Chuck Jones says, "You're doing a good job," or whatever at. Then here's the helmet that Gizmo was hiding in the first one.
God, that's so great.
So I'm sure there's more Easter eggs in the background.
Easter eggs in there? Yeah. Man, that's so great. I still remember. Do you remember they played the commercial at the Super Bowl the first time where they took over that office?
Oh, I love that one. Yeah, that was
favorite
cool. IT one
ever. Oh God, yeah.
You get Gremlins in your computer. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I loved it so much. It was so great. CW is a drunk money laundering operation. Okay, that makes a lot of sense now. I can buy that.
CW, I wouldn't be surprised. And Jedi 6 says she's dogging on me because everything you mentioned, you give a thumbs down. I give a thumbs down on. Yeah, because I don't want to see half this crap.
No, most people don't. That's the thing. So, all right. Well, we've got some super chats. I've been skating around, so I apologize. Jedi 6 says for your potential risk demonetization risk behavior, stick it to the man.
Yeah, well, that's what we love.
Actually, this is probably, I'm going to say it out loud. This is probably more than what I would get if I'm on
True.
a live
And
stream.
that's why I'm kind of like Culture in that sense. Like, yeah, I'll just show it. As long as I get a couple super chats, we're covered. Yeah, I like Louis McCarr says, if you thought the Gremlins were crazy in Gremlins 2, play them with a bunch of Mountain Dew, pandemonium. That's what I'm thinking. I want to see all the cool, crazy Gremlins we get from the Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Willie Woodward said earlier, I missed this one. I want to catch up. Circus Supergirl season 1. I wanted an Arrowverse Justice League show headed by Berlanti. Now, not so sure. Yeah, I don't want Berlanti anywhere near Justice.
It started out great. Like Flash was good. The first couple seasons of Arrow were good. Then it just went to
I liked
feelings
Arrow.
and hallways.
Thank you. I liked Arrow for the almost 3 seasons. I liked Flash for 1 1/4 season. I don't know what happens. They run out of oomph, right? Because he's trying to do too much.
Well,
or
see,
they
like
the writer's too thin.
Arrow, I don't know what happened other than it just started turning into like fucking Dallas. You know what I mean? Like it went from being a superhero show with some drama in it to a soap opera with a couple of costume superheroes in it that pop up once in a while. And The Flash, I have the first 3 seasons on Blu-ray, but I'm trying to remember if I've seen all 3 of them or not. I know I've seen up to at least where he has to do the reset deal, where he goes back in time and he has 2 versions of himself or whatever.
Right.
Because like I vaguely remember when that first season came out, they were like, yeah, we're doing Flashpoint, which is obvious from the first episode.
Yeah.
But then that's when all that stuff started happening. And they're like, if I remember right, I don't know for sure, but it was like they told him, no, we're doing a Flash movie and it's going to be Flashpoint. So like midway through that first season, it kind of starts taking a detour from the Flashpoint story. It's kind of like, you know, so like they do a version of it, but it's not the same. But I was all set for like a Flashpoint, like crossover with Arrow and all that kind of stuff. Because I mean, you could really just, if you have to, you can replace Batman with Arrow. You really could.
You could. It wouldn't feel right to me, but you definitely
you can get away with it.
There was a potential for it. And Jake D, thank you for the super sticker for the $1.49 Doomacorn. Doom to doom doom doom. Appreciate it. And actually, Darius Munchausen quoting me from my video: low ratings do not necessarily mean cancellation. A show may still have value in foreign markets, on streaming service, and social media. Yeah. Even if it makes no money, that's just the weirdest thing. We live in a weird world. Yeah, UPN was better than CW. The WB and UPN were better than CW. Yeah. Do you notice that anytime they change the name of that channel, they launch a new show that's actually okay? So, yeah. Sorry, Terry Rose. Yeah. Yeah, I think some people woke up and decided that it was $2 too high, and I have a feeling I don't know. It is what it is. We'll see where we are. Oh, did you see the tweet surrounding the that show where they reboot the Bolin? Anne Boleyn?
Oh, Anne Boleyn, yeah. I didn't see the tweet, but I know about the show.
Yeah, there was a tweet around it saying that it was racist if you didn't like the show.
Oh, fuck them and kiss my dick.
Yeah. I'm like, well, it's not even close to, it's not even close to historically accurate. You're presenting historical information with complete bullshit. And that's the whole point. They're trying to destroy history.
Coming this summer, Martin Luther King, starring Jim Carrey as the hero of the nation. Is that what you want? Because that's basically what you're doing, folks.
It's total garbage. Yeah, but you can't do that. I mean, I mean, the arguments would be, okay, so you're going to get like Arnold Schwarzenegger to be Kunta Kinte. I mean, how more? I mean, it's just fuck. Anyway, Runner. Yeah, Gina News ruined WandaVision. It ruined it for a lot of people, man. Trinoculus P power restored.
Yay!
Dude, I feel for you. Anybody who's been dealing with the power outages, especially those of you in Texas where your solar system,
bad.
Yeah, I feel for you so much. I'm so glad. I just want you to stay warm and healthy, guys. I really do. I'm worried about some of the country that's not used to cold and snow.
Dustin Hoffman is Malcolm X.
Yeah, no, he's a little short and a little pale for that.
We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. That's like the worst compliment I could ever do.
DJ Scandalous, I know you said this way earlier, and then we played the commercial, but thank you for checking that out, and thank
I
you for
saw you
mentioning
retweeted it yesterday too, DJ.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Dude, I you know me, man. I'm a huge Gremlins fan. I love it so much.
Now I want some actual Gremlins.
Yeah. Yep, and I already got this one, so I think I'm caught up, or I'm getting caught. No, I'm not caught up. You guys, thank you so much for your support today. I appreciate it. What's up, Larry? How's it going? Larry's everywhere. Larry gives support to Mary. I love that so much every time. It's so good. So good. Storyman Jack says, I'm about to cancel all streaming services and just watch my old physical media.
Yeah, well, I brought up the same thing. They seem to forget that we've had over 100 years of movies and 70 years of television to watch. So
yeah, and there are free streaming services out there like Tubi and Pluto TV and everything else because they realize and recognize
Peacock has a free version.
Yeah, and Hulu. And they're doing it because they know where their money is right now. It's in the advertisement. They need advertisements to pay for the crap that they're doing.
That's why I don't understand why YouTube didn't just figure this whole thing out years ago. I mean, they are so stupid. They fucked it up. Why try this YouTube Red thing? You had the platform. You have the subscriber. You have it all there. Just show it with commercial. I said that was the same thing with Cobra Kai. They made the biggest mistake in the world by hiding it behind a paywall.
Yep. Dude, I don't know because before I had a YouTube channel, this was a conversation I would regularly have with people in my family and my friends. I'd be like, why are we not watching everything on YouTube by now? Why are there not 2 or 3 other YouTube clones out there already?
Exactly. Like it makes no sense. Even the studios, I can't believe they haven't taken more advantage of it. Why would you go around and pay and deal with all the Hulus and the Netflixes and all this shit? You can just plop your shit on YouTube and they pay you. They do the work for you. That's why we're here, guys. They facilitate that. As much shit as we give YouTube, it is the best platform out there for doing what we're doing and just about anything else outside of a few minor things because, look, I mean, it's there. You have the audience. It's accessible. It's on every platform. You know, outside of the sound, which, I mean, I could gripe about they don't have any multi-channel sound, but then some people say you can on certain things. I don't know how it works. But regardless, I mean, they were the first ones to get 4K. Yep. You know, they've got everything. I mean, you've got just about everybody already does drop all kinds of stuff on here. I mean, YouTube has basically just been the place to go for puppy videos and clips of night shows. You know, it's like, I don't care anymore. Like, what did you do to yourself? Well, I mean, it could have been the premier place for everything.
And that's a great argument. And but it's not. I mean, like you said, I don't understand why there's not more out there. And we have great platforms. We have Odyssey. Odyssey is starting to come together. Rumble has a way to.
None of these other platforms are going to make it.
You don't think so?
No, they don't have the base. They don't. And this is why Andre and I will never really jump ship to another platform.
Right. No, I understand. I'm just saying, I mean, I will put my stuff on the alternate platforms, on the happy accident that one of them works, and I fully intend to take advantage of the media distribution capabilities of Minds that are out there. I'm going to do some exclusive content over there. I'm not doing a Patreon. I set up a Patreon. I set up all the tiers. I have it ready to go. Just push a button and make it happen. I'm not doing it.
Well, and we also have to remember there's a glut right now too. What happened the moment the shutdown happened?
More YouTube channels.
Exactly. Like everywhere you went, all the podcasting stuff was sold out of every Walmart, Best Buy. Like if you were a standard YouTuber and you were trying to get a replacement mic, say, and something happened, you're fucked.
You're screwed.
Yeah, because everybody and their mother was starting a YouTube channel.
Yeah, you were talking to your cell phone camera or you were talking to your webcam microphone. It was not good.
Even Amazon was like out of stock on a lot of stuff. It was a lot of people started a YouTube channel. Now, not all of them are in our sphere. Don't get me wrong, but like I get almost daily I get asked questions about YouTube, and aside from the jokingly don't, which is my first response, is like if you plan on doing it for more than a hobby, then don't get your hopes up because it takes a lot of work, a lot of time to build an audience, and you know, even for those who have had a leg up or a step up or a chance to flourish in some other way, those kind of moments don't happen very often,
Yeah.
you know, and I get it. There's going to be, 100 million YouTubers that are going to try and only a few are going to succeed. But my main advice to anybody who's doing this is don't try doing what everybody else is doing, because then you're just going to get lost in the shuffle. The best you can do is figure out what your niche is. What is it you're the most passionate about? Because in that way, whatever you put into this, whatever you get out of it is your passion. Because if you try to sit here and start a YouTube channel like Midnight's Edge or Nerdrotic or anything like that, or even Doomcock, then you're just going to get lost in the shuffle. And I mean, I'm not trying to discourage anybody from trying it at all. Like, obviously, if you want to and you got the wherewithal and the drive, do it. But find your passion. Don't just try and copy everybody else's shtick. It's not going to get anywhere.
Yeah. And like I said, I mean, if you're passionate about what you're talking about, that shows through on your channel too. I like to focus on the business end of things, and whether or not something makes sense, and that's something that Midnight's Edge
where the corporate politics and behind the scenes, and like Nightbend here, however you say that name, says, one of my favorites from the CW is Smallville. Your thoughts? No, I enjoyed Smallville. It went 5 years too long. They should have changed the show to Metropolis about halfway through.
Yep.
But this is a great example of, if you love Smallville, there you go. Start a channel based on Smallville. Build from there. If you like
his channel
or whatever, do that. Yeah.
Yeah, Josh's channel at Night's End. He's putting together content consistently, guys. You can check him out. He had some thoughts on Gina that were interesting that I got to catch today. He kind of says some of the same stuff I do, which is it just doesn't make sense. You're making a lot of money on her, within her position, and ignoring it was more financially prudent. It was also, in as far as Star Wars goes, it was the only course of action. I can't explain any of that at all.
Right.
At Culture Casino, Carl Urban as Connor McLeod, Antonio Banderas as Ramirez, Jason Momoa as Kurgan. Are you talking about a reboot with Gina?
I'd be on board with that.
Yeah.
They've been trying to get a Highlander reboot off the ground for years.
Oh, wait, this is Highlander. I'm like, my brain, because somebody had mentioned earlier, what was this? Hang on. Alien reboot with Gina Carano. So, yeah, no, I can
honestly, I think Carl Urban is a little too old to play Connor McLeod. That's just me.
How old was Sean Connery?
Well, Sean Connery played Ramirez.
Right.
But he was, I think, in his 50s at the time, probably 40s.
Dang, that dude just looked the same for freaking ever.
Well, that's what I'm saying, yeah. So, but no, like Carl Urban, he's great, and I love him in the part. But I'm assuming if they reboot it now, they're going to want to get somebody who can kind of play the role for a while. So you're going to want to get somebody in their mid-20s, so they look the same age for about 20 years.
Yeah. Hey, Ken Jack Ben, I'm sorry I missed your hello in time. I don't know. I can't find it now. It seems to have disappeared. Kitty Bear with a super sticker. Thank you for the £1.49 super sticker, Kitty Bear. I appreciate the Doomicorn. Doom. Supreme Heretic, which with a $2 super chat says, "I love you, brothers." Hey, we love you too.
Thank you. And DJ, you're right. You can build a channel off of one single show. And I'm not trying to discourage anybody, but like the entry level has changed. It's not like it was a few years ago where you could just start a channel. They've made it almost impossible to get anywhere unless you hit big. So again, I'm not trying to discourage anybody. I'm just trying to level out everybody's expectations when it comes to YouTube. Because I've seen a lot of people expect to make it big or, make a living off this thing. And it doesn't work that way.
Kitty Bear, I'm such a racist. I no longer want to be human. Long live being in horror. Okay.
I mean, look at me. I'm stuck in a situation right now where I kind of need a TV for work, but I can't really afford it.
Yeah, it sucks. That's the weird thing. I mean, I never anticipated making $1 from this. So I went into it fully just to have a voice and yell and scream and, do my, do my bit. Not nearly what Ryan does. I can't keep up with what Ryan Cannell's capable of doing. But we end up with so many of these bad shows, these bad pilots, busted pilots, whatever you want to call them. We end up with this stuff because there's not enough content out there. We don't have good writing anymore. All of the writers have moved on. Where are all the writers, Tom?
Well, they're out there. They just, if you're not in that certain demographic that they're looking for, you don't count. They don't want any fans anymore. This is something we constantly say when it comes to Star Wars and Star Trek, because if you're a fan, then the baggage comes with you that, you'll go, oh, well, this character wouldn't do this, or this character wouldn't do that. Hey, Echo Base, how you doing?
Hey, good to see you.
We're going to have those guys on tomorrow, actually, I believe.
Oh, you're kidding me.
On the morning show, yeah.
That's going to be awesome. Can't wait to watch. I'm freaking pumped. Coach
is going to try and make it. I know that.
Yeah, Coach and Nick, great guys. I got a chance to be on their channel the other day during one of their drop-ins. It was a lot of fun. They've got some really talented and very intelligent people on that. It was great. I appreciate the fact that they utilize that as a way to interact with their community. It was awesome. Yeah, I love their attitude. I love their approach to things. Very even keeled. Neither of them are going to yell or be overly exuberant. I love it. It's awesome. They're really good. I hope you guys have checked them out. If not, check out Echo Base Network. Really, really great channel.
Great channel. And yeah, Diablo Dame, you're right. It's not about the talent anymore. It's not about if they're good. And we got a great example of things that are going to happen eventually down the road where like the Superman and Lois writer got fired and she's like, well, I know my writing's good, so that can't be why I got fired. Well, that's the problem you're going to get eventually when you hire all these people on diversity and their sexual preference and what they bring to the table as far as tokenism. That's all you're going to get is you're going to get a bunch of people who are going to get fired, and then they go, well, why did I get fired? Well, you can't fire me. And it's going to be a nightmare in a few years. That's just a preview of what's to come, I think. Because eventually, things are going to change. Like, they can't keep going. I mean, for now, you have a lot of people with certain beliefs that are funding a lot of these projects. And yeah, you can have a show where Batwoman can only get 100,000 people watching and stay on the air. Normally, that's not going to be the case.
No.
Eventually, people are going to say, where's my money? And the money people are going to run out of the money. And those who support these ideals aren't going to have any money left. But that's also, not to get too deep into the trenches, that, things that we talk about on like comics division and stuff. That's why they want to shift the whole, it'd be one thing if they wanted to change the world and shift the wealth a little bit so that, it was a bit more fair. No. That's not what it's about. It's so they can shift the wealth so they can fund their bullshit because they don't have the money to keep going. That's what it is. Yeah.
And the wealth has moved to a very small, it's even smaller group of people. Well, the wealth is now even more consolidated than it's ever been. And that's, one of the unfortunate things that occurred because of what we've been dealing with for over a year now. So even longer than that, if you were to believe some of the revised information that we're getting out of certain Asian country. But look, and I want to get to this real quick. Storyman Jack for $4.99, thank you, my friend, says, it takes me a week to put up one story. Write, edit, record, re-record. Yeah, I know. Believe me. Determine it still is terrible. Yeah. And post, LOL. I have to do 2 at a time to keep up. Yeah, but you're doing a great job. And if you guys haven't checked out Storyman Jack's channel and all
this is why I don't sleep.
Yeah.
Because we put up at least 2 or 3 videos a week on the main channel, plus all the live shows. Yeah. It takes a lot of time.
And then you try to keep up with everybody else. I swear, if Gary hadn't mentioned that he's like constantly in the background on channels and stuff like that while he's editing or doing whatever on a video. I mean, it would have taken me a while to realize it's the only way I'm going to be able to keep up. So when I'm editing, like I was just working on something that I'm trying to do as a surprise for somebody. When I'm editing something like that, in the background, I'm listening. I'm
Same here. Usually, if somebody's got a live stream going on, stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I'll listen to music channel and information channels and stuff like that. I listen to a lot of like the lo-fi. Like I listen to like lo-fi inspired stuff for Star Wars. I listen to lots of stuff, music but I also, I mean, I listen to you guys' channels. Anybody out there that if you're wondering, somebody's always watching that you don't know is there. They're hiding in the background.
I try to watch as much as I can. Obviously, it's impossible to watch everything, but I do try to watch as much as I can, and we're always looking for more people to join us and stuff like that.
Yes.
So
yeah. Yeah, and I believe in that. I mean, I truly believe. I think because there's going to be voices that are knocked out. We just lost Cullen less than a month ago. We're losing people. We need people to replace them because you can't lose the momentum because they are constantly whacking down channels. So it's not good. And Kitty Bear, I'm sorry. I was looking at it on a smaller screen than normal. Normally I'm monitoring a different screen when I'm looking at the super chat. So yeah, euro rather than pound. I apologize. Anyway, most laughed at me for YouTube until I said people make money. They're like, can you help me? I can make money, so I can make money too. Yeah, absolutely, DJ Scandalous. I'm happy. Like I said, I mean, I've coordinated and talked to many people here on the platform about how I felt like it, and we are Echo Base Network, absolutely. But you can always reach out. I mean, all of us, most of us. I mean, if we have the time, or if we happen to like check our email or whatever, or our DMs, my DMs are still open. I mean, that's probably dumb, but they are. You can get me on Minds. I mean, I'm out there. If I'm available, I like that. I always tell people if I'm available, I'm available. I'm running out of available, but it's just the way it is. So, and I want to say this for those of you who don't know this, today is officially the year anniversary of me releasing my first video.
Oh, happy anniversary.
I know. Yeah. So thank you all for making me as successful as I am at this point in my 1 year career on YouTube. And I couldn't be here without your support. And when we talk to you guys, each and every one of you is important to us. And that's why we try to interact with you. It's why we try to not miss things in the chat. It's why we sometimes go extra long because we're trying to catch up on super chats, because what you say is valuable to us. You are part of this whole thing, which is, again, why YouTube is genius. Tom was talking about YouTube's genius because they could be releasing all this material. You could have communities interacting with each other on a channel that's dedicated to just one show. All it is one show. Mm-hmm. When I release my film, it's probably going to be on YouTube. That's where I plan to distribute it. I don't know anywhere else that it could go. So I also see potential in YouTube in that way. I mean, Mr. H reviews. Is he working on his third film now?
I believe so.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's got the twisted mind like me, like dark horror fantasy kind of weirdness, but just me. So, and thank you guys. We love you, man. You guys are great. You're huge supporters of our community. I want to thank Ord's board for getting me on board with you guys a while ago. I appreciate him very much. Highlanders are dangerous. Imagining a high pilot landing a plane. No. The show. Oh, you guys are so funny. Yeah, they're wasting a ton of money. Hey, Tina Bojan. Good to see you. Thank you guys for the anniversary. Again, I wouldn't be here without you guys. I found my voice courtesy of a great many people. And I reached out. One of the first people I reached out to try to get this thing going was Ryan Cannell. And I owe a great amount of gratitude to the man that's next to me and Andre and his channel and everybody in the community that I interact with. And the fact that I got in with a great group of people in the Fourth Wave and Rogue Entertainment. And, it's just important. I mean, make sure to spend time at everybody's lunch table. And you'll always find one you're more comfortable at. But I always tell people, spread yourself out. Learn things. There's a lot to learn. People will teach you things. That's why this platform is so amazing. I've learned a lot, and I thought I knew an awful lot of things. I've learned an awful lot being here. So, and thank you guys for your congratulations and all of that. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I was. Thank you very much, Diablo Dame. And Mad Mardigan, he's got the power back on, so he's getting Street Smart set up, which I'm going to go do. And then I have something I'm going to be doing here with this man. I don't know. Are you going to talk about any of that stuff?
Yeah, I think we can talk about it. We haven't got everything set in stone per se, but yeah, we're trying to get together a little birthday celebration for Mecha today. So yeah, hopefully that'll kick off here in a couple hours.
Keely Chow, I appreciate this sentiment. Speaking of anniversaries, 3 years ago on this day, Black Panther was released in theaters. Wakanda Forever, R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. Yes. Yes. Yeah. It was a good film. I have some critique of it, but it was a good film, and it was unique in a lot of ways. It was a character I never thought would make it to the screen. I was very glad that it did, and his portrayal was brilliant. Tom, thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's not in my top 10 Marvel films, but I enjoy it. It's a good film. He was great in the role, and I've been one of those who's been vocally stating that they should just let it go for now and not recast it or try and bring anybody in yet for a while, and just kind of let it be until this MCU has kind of run its course, and then bring him back somebody, a new version at some point. But yeah.
I don't know how you continue on with the character without the character. I mean,
Exactly,
Chadwick Boseman was the character. But like I said, I mean, I liked the film. Some people have some problems with it. I liked his portrayal in other films around the MCU. Yeah. I think it was great. It's a great tragedy because he was so good, and he was, my gosh, think about how many projects he was involved in such a short period of time. 42 was friggin'. Yeah. Anyway, Larry for $2 says, give us your 1 year impressions of running your channel. It's a lot of work. And if you don't love it, if you don't have a passion for it, don't do it. I think Tom's right.
Yeah.
It's so much work that I decided to triple down. So sometime this week, I'm launching my news channel, but it's a lot of work. And the reason that I am now spreading myself out, I want, number one, all my live streams to eventually make it over to the live channel. But at the same time, I also want, I want to be able to cover things that I can't do on this this channel platform. That's why I'm starting the news channel, is so that I can cover a more diverse group of topics that also interests me. Other than that, like I said, it gave me the opportunity. I learned a lot of production skills I didn't have. I already had some video editing and compositing and stuff like that under my belt. I had some other creative stuff that I'd already learned going way back, and some involvement in some things early on, which I haven't even got to use some of the stuff that I want to create for my channel. But because I have some physical prop stuff that I really want to do because I think it'll be fun. But I don't know. I tell you what, I've loved every minute of it, despite the work that it takes. And I have great support. You need great support from others, not just the people that you interact with, like Tom and everybody else that have helped me out so immensely, and you guys out there in the chat. Believe me, you guys are key. Having the support of the boss, to allow me to have a few extra minutes to do this, or to like skip out on doing, cooking dinner one night, another dinner that she makes or whatnot. I've been very blessed with that. So my impressions are, if you have the passion for it, do it. If you don't, enjoy the people that you love, and that's it. So yeah, I know I say that a lot, but I don't say it like her, so I get away with it. Is it all worth it? Absolutely. I love every minute of it, my friend. I really do. I really do. I agree with you, Olivriana Makara. Electricity is the bestest ever. We really didn't get to cover the stuff I wanted to plan. The stuff I planned to cover, I should say. I wanted to plan.
We didn't get through very many shows, yeah.
That sucks. I guess the problem is that, there's a lot of new shows that are coming. I mean, Amazon is literally going with 25 pilots right now and 23 straight to series orders. I mean, we could probably just look at the detail sheet and be like stunned and flabbergasted, because back in the day, Tom, how many pilots would the broadcast networks go with per year?
I think that the average
was low.
I think over 100 some pilots were shot every year, and only maybe 2 or 3 dozen were ever picked up, if that.
Yeah, and that's across all of that was across
That was
four
across everything.
programmers.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 programmers that were broadcast, and then the cable guys. And it was amazing how small that is. And this year, I mean, it's stupid. Let's look at all the networks. We'll do this, and then we're going to wind down, guys. And I wish I could have got to everybody because you guys are freaking fantastic. I love this so much. Like I said, I love this. If you ask me my impressions, I love it.
I like the Jedi 6. My cat supports me 100% in my career. So does mine, except for when he doesn't get fed on time.
Yeah. Plus, Sadie seems to give you a hassle every once in a while.
She's been getting better now. She's getting a little older.
Yeah. All right. So here we are. Thank you, El Punk Tracy. These are the networks. These are the networks that they cover in the primetime panic. As you can see, ABC has eight pilots and 6 series orders. Right. Let me get to that screen. CBS 10 pilots, 4 series orders, 6 pilots, 3 series orders. NBC 2 pilots, 9 series orders. The CW 4 pilots, 4 series orders. Amazon Studios 25 pilots, 23 studio orders. Holy cow! Amazon 5 pilots, 5 series orders. Apple 21 pilots, 21 series orders. BBC we don't know yet because BBC America doesn't matter because they don't really do a lot of that anymore. BET has 2 pilots and 5 series orders. CBS All Access 8 pilots and 7 series orders. Now, because they're launching Paramount Plus, wouldn't you think that would be a higher number, Tom? To try to relaunch? Seems a little low
because they don't have the money.
Yeah,
and they're basically just transferring over whatever it was they were doing for CBS All Access to Paramount Plus.
That's also true, which would explain why the CBS.
Out of curiosity, though, click on there. Let's see what the 7 series orders are.
Okay, we can do that.
Man Who Fell to Earth, we knew about it already. Okay. The Offer, who cares? Strange New Worlds, yeah, we knew that. Why? What the hell is that?
Yellowstone.
Oh, that's that Yellowstone. That's a show now? I thought it was just supposed to be a movie.
It's a prequel, follows the Dutton family as they embark on the journey west through the Great Plains.
Because here's the other thing Paramount Plus
TV Studios?
They're doing like mid-level movies.
Oh, that's right. We were talking about 100 and 100, right?
And Yellowstone is going to be one of those movies they're doing with Kevin Costner.
So this is the TV series that leads into it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Grease. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Hold up. Time out. What the fuck? Who the hell said it was a good idea to make a Grease series?
Hey,
why haven't I heard about this?
The Rise of the Pink Ladies. It's
what
moved
the
to
hell? Hold on a minute. Hold on a second here. I need to take a picture of this. I can't even believe this thing's a thing. Grease, The Rise of the Pink Ladies.
Yeah, moved from HBO Max.
Hell. I've not even heard about this.
Me either. That's amazing. Oh my God. I can't wait to see this.
Wow.
Formerly known as Grease Rydell High.
Go Grease Lightning.
Oh man. Oh, I do want to highlight this because one of my best buds on the planet said, speaking of birthdays, yours truly has one next Monday. Birthday stream coming this Sunday. So I will be there. I'm going to hang out on the birthday stream. So yeah. I'm going to miss Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. Me too. Yeah. They could bring Michael B. Jordan back via the multiverse. They could. And have him be the Black Panther instead.
No.
Well, I mean, I'm saying they could. It wouldn't be.
They could. I just think it'd be in bad taste.
Yeah. David Washington? John David Washington? Okay. Anyway, let's finish up over here. Sorry, guys. I'm being distracted. So the Pink Ladies, Harper House is an animated series. iCarly. It's a revival.
Reboot or a rebate? It's a revival.
Revival. Yeah, so that's it. So I didn't see anything. This Guilty Party thing looks weird. Beth Baker.
Hold up, though. What? I didn't see no Picard. Oh, that's never mind. That wouldn't be pilot. Never mind.
Nah, straight to order series. Yeah. Yeah, this is the weird thing. I
That'd be in
still,
the second years
yeah.
anyway.
Oh, here it is.
Hold up. Ari Gold died?
Yeah, you didn't see that this morning?
No.
Yeah, I wasn't going to talk about it, but yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, kind of a bummer. Kind of young to die too, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Wow.
little young. Yeah. So look at all these things, guys. We're talking. There's hundreds of pilots and series orders. This never happens. Oh, I just turned on Siri.
Siri, order 500 condoms.
I don't need those.
Damn it.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, guys. Anyway, I appreciate everybody being here. Yeah, everybody's like, "What the flip?" Grease prequel, just what the world needs. Nope, RC from the NIC. Thank you for the super sticker earlier, my friend. I'd already killed the stream before I got a chance to respond to you, so I appreciate it. I'm going to get to these super chats, and then we're going to wind down. I have to run the dog out, and then I've got.
Well, I just saw the preview for that Galdarn Punky Brewster reboot, which didn't look horrible until Freddie Prinze Jr. showed up.
Well, yeah, but we have he's spiced his career in a way. I know Jedi Rifster sent me a super chat. I know you did, buddy. Also known as Riff Magos. Oh, come on. The chat jumped. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can find it. Picard facepalm. Yes, Riff. By the way, Riff has another channel called the Jedi Riffster, guys. I love to promote him. I love to promote all of you guys. That's the way I am. Shoot, it's not on here, Riff. Crap. Let me just read it. I missed a bunch of them, guys. I really apologize. It's terrible. I got one from, and I can't show it anymore, Commander Ed Straker from Shadow. Samuel L. Jackson in the life and times of Prez Woodrow Wilson. No. That was probably in reference to the Anne Boleyn thing we were talking about. Riff Magos, guys, for $10 Australian super chat. Thank you, my friend. That was overly generous. I appreciate it. So Mando ensures KK keeps her job. The only thing about the upcoming Roundleaf trilogy I'm looking for is the Critical Drinkers reviews. Hashtag the fandom menace. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Man, I feel really bad. I can't highlight that. That's bothering me.
Right. Sorry, I missed the pink ladies. What the fuck?
I don't
know. Oh, Paramount.
Sorry, guys. I did, Larry was the last one that I could highlight. I really apologize. So I figured. No, Jeremy Piven didn't die. It was Ari Gold. Yeah. I can probably bring it up. But anyway, Tom, do you have anything other that you really want to promote, get into, talk about before we start to wind this completely down?
Not offhand. I think we've covered, I mean, unless there was any other interesting shows that were coming up on that you wanted to cover.
No, because everything that I'd seen and everything that I'd read about ahead of time made me feel like dirty.
Send me that link, though. I'd love to check it out.
Oh, sure. Sure. Yeah. Let me go back there. Boink. Shooty duty. I will get that link to you. All right, guys, we're gonna shut it down for the day. Thank you all so very much. I really appreciate each and every one of your support. Those of you who contribute here, those of you who are members here, you guys you make it pretty much just amazing and over the top. I really appreciate it. I understand this sentiment. Believe me, Larry, I do. I'm right there with you right now. I don't know what's going on with some of my favorite entertainment companies, so I get it. Yeah, Perfect Strangers. Yeah, please stay away from that. Tom, at least they're not doing woke La Bamba. No, but that is being redone, right, Tom?
Not that I know of, but if it is, it's news to me. We had just been discussing possibilities of it.
Okay.
Well, with the Selena series being popular, though, I wouldn't put it past it being a possibility.
Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna. Yeah. So let me see if I can find what I thought I found and see if that's actually happening. So, but yeah, that's interesting. Roof Korean for $5. Thank you very much. This is like the 50th time I will suggest this to Tom and Midnight's Edge to interview S. Craig Zahler, Bone Tomahawk. Yeah, the guy that's doing the thing with Gina. He's the Hollywood black sheep type. Absolutely. I think he would do an interview with you guys.
If I could get a hold of him, sure. Otherwise, we are so stacked up right now. That's the only reason I haven't really gotten too many interviews lately. I've got like 2 or 3 that have been done for so long that it's embarrassing that I haven't gotten released yet. In fact, you were actually plucking along on one yourself, and Steven edited the audio on another one for me. So.
Yeah. Oh man, I set that aside and forgot to get back.
No, that's fine. I feel bad for Steven. No, because the other thing it's just I haven't got to it yet, so it's not like it's that big of a deal. So it's just time is more than anything, man. Like if there was 30 hours in a day, that would help.
It would help me too. So believe me, I understand. But anyway, thank you, Roof Korean, for that. And yeah, I know.
I'll definitely keep that in mind, though. Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about him at the beginning because being with the Gina thing with the Daily Wire project. So that's good. Good looking out. Riff Magos again for another Australian $5. Thank you, my friend. I feel really bad about the previous super chat. That really bothers me. I hate it. I love to be able to highlight your stuff and talk about it. Riff Magos again. The Rise of the Pink Ladies. Don't give Roundhead any Star Wars ideas. It does sound horrifying. It does. It really, really does. R.I.P. El Rey Network.
El Rey? Why? What happened to El Rey?
Don't know.
Keely Chow. What happened to Keely Chow? Oh, the El Rey Network thing?
Yeah, the El Rey Network thing. Yeah. Wow. All right. Thank you for being awesome for 7 years, El Rey. All right, guys. Well, we're going to shut it down. Like I said, I am going to be doing a thing with Mad Mardigan called Street Smart, so check that out. I am very happy to be joining Tom at this thing to be arranged. I'm very excited for that as well.
Yeah, a lot of guests, I think, so.
Yeah, I'm very pumped. Are you sure there's nothing you want to say, my friend?
Kumquat.
Okay, very good. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it, Tom. You especially so. Now that I've said thank you to everybody out there for an amazing 1 year. I'll say this: be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.